Hey, how are you guys doing? Good. This is good. It's nice to hear people happy for a minute. It is. It's weird. Things have been stacking on each other. Like there's been a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world, and it's in my personal life. I got a weird email recently. I was laying in bed 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm checking my email because I can't be conscious without my phone in front of my face for like any moment of time. And but I got this email from an address I didn't recognize, and the email subject was just a password I used to use. And I was like, this can't be good. So I open it, and it said, "Hi Chase, you don't know who I am, but that's not important." And I was just like, all right, we're kicking off the day pretty good so far. So I go out and read it, and this guy's just like, hey, I just want to let you know that I know that you've been visiting adult websites for fun. And in parentheses, he said, you know what I'm talking about. And out loud, I said, I do. I do know what you're talking about. I'm pretty familiar with the ones you're talking about. And then he said, what you don't know, though, is while you were visiting those websites, I turned your camera on without you knowing, and I recorded what you were doing. And I was just like, oh, no. And then he goes, and if you don't send me $2,500 in the next 48 hours, I am going to send footage of what you were doing and what you were watching to all of your friends and your family. And I immediately calmed down. Because who gives a shit, right? Like, who... Like, that's how you're gonna scare me? You're not scaring me by telling me you're gonna out my creepy friends and family, right? Like, if you, like, say you got it and then you watch it and you came to me, you're like, Chase, you're so creepy, I saw what you did. I'd be like, why did you get 3.5 minutes into it then? Right? Like, that's on you. You get a couple grace moments where you see me heading down south and you're like, he is a comedian, let's see what happens. But then after a while, you're like, to completion, really? Okay. I was thinking about it really coming, I was just like, that's the worst. And it was like a data breach, and so it's just a scam. He didn't do any of this, but like, even if he did, this is what I realized. I thought about it after. I was just like, how could this guy have actually gotten money out of me? And I realized this is how he could have done it. He would have said all that other stuff, and then at the end of it, he just goes, oh, and by the way, it's from that angle you look weird. And I'd be like, yeah, do you want coupons? Here's my credit card, bank accounts, everything. Because have you ever opened your cell phone camera facing you accidentally from like down here? And then realized that's what you've looked like when you've been on top of anybody ever? And you have to start apologizing to people. And it makes sense. You're like, I'm doing a pretty good job. She's like, but realize no eye contact. There's no eye contact in any of that. Like if you would have said that, I would have all my money, crypto, everything. I would have bought him dinner. I would have sent him Postmates, just like whatever you need. Just because that angle is just the worst angle. Like, I don't know how anybody has ever, because you see it, you open it, and then you realize that you just look like a basset hound melting in a wax museum. Just like on top of something, you're going, ooh, boobies. Num, num, num. Like, that's... It's the absolute worst. That video's not out there, but I gotta admit, I did send a picture, an erotic picture to a woman by request. I did not. She asked for it. You should never send a dick pic. Never send a dick pic unsolicited. Never do it. But if you get asked for one because they're sending you sexy pictures and you're like, I know why they want this, and they're sending you sexy stuff and you're like, I know what they're looking for, and they're like, insurance. And so then you have to oblige. You have to go like, all right. And I don't like that. This is what I've realized. Like, guys, no matter what you think is going on, like, however good of a dick day you're having, like, whatever's happening in your life, there's no good photograph of a penis out there anywhere in existence, ever. Ryan Gosling can't get a good picture of his dick, right? Because like I was trying to get angles, lighting, everything. I got like an iPhone Pro. You know, I'm like, all right, we could get this. I was just like, all right, good lighting. Not every single picture that a woman has ever received of a penis just looks like a dog sniffing into a doorbell camera. You think you're just like, I'm a Roman god, but instead she's like. So enjoy your drinks, and I hope you guys have a lovely night. Thank you. I've been Chase Brockett.